The strength in your lower extremities deteriorates without recognition. Suddenly you battle to emerge from chairs. Months pass, and climbing becomes overwhelming. Then basic motions transform into obstacles. This phenomenon exceeds natural aging processes. It represents muscular degeneration, silent, relentless, and critically overlooked. The devastating reality: your appendages decline initially. Once this commences, balance deteriorates, locomotion diminishes, and accident probability escalates dramatically. A solitary mishap revolutionizes everything: bone damage, hospitalization periods, and self-sufficiency loss. However, optimistic truth emerges. This regression remains completely avoidable. The answer resides in nutritional selections. Most assume physical training exclusively develops muscular power, yet food choices possess equal importance. Your physiology demands specific nutrients for tissue regeneration, bone density maintenance, and appendage strength preservation during life progression. In today's discussion, we're exposing 6 remarkable nutritional elements that can delay appendage deterioration, revitalize muscular capacity, and maintain your activity for decades forward. Remain engaged through conclusion, since one highlighted food probably exists in your storage space, though you're likely consuming inadequate portions. Before proceeding, ensure you activate that like button and subscribe for weekly life-altering wellness tips. And tell me in responses, have you observed recent modifications in your appendage strength? Let's initiate now. Initial option: sweet potatoes. Your muscular system demands fuel sources, particularly the enduring variety that won't quickly deplete, preventing midday weakness, sluggishness, or depletion. Sweet potatoes provide exactly this necessity. Most individuals remain unaware that aging decreases your physiology's energy storage and usage effectiveness. Earlier exhaustion develops, muscular reactions decelerate, and basic tasks like stair navigation or package carrying become increasingly difficult. This surpasses mere strength. Stamina becomes crucial. Sweet potatoes excel among stamina-supporting foods. Unlike refined carbohydrates like white bread or pasta that create sudden glucose spikes followed by energy crashes, sweet potatoes offer complex carbohydrate richness. These substances break down gradually, providing steady energy release across extended time frames. Your musculature obtains required fuel without dramatic oscillations, supporting continuous daily activity. Energy exclusively proves insufficient. When muscles recover improperly, they deteriorate progressively. Every step, each motion generates microscopic muscular tears. Youth facilitated rapid repair, but aging slows this mechanism. Without proper nutrients, recovery suffers, creating stiffness, soreness, and gradual muscular decline. Sweet potatoes become more potent here. They contain vitamin A richness, a crucial antioxidant facilitating muscular tissue repair. This generates faster recovery, decreased soreness, and improved appendage strength progressively. Rather than awakening with stiff, painful appendages requiring loosening time, your musculature remains flexible and reactive. Enhanced recovery creates better movements, and better movements create independence. Another internal enemy exists: inflammation. Chronic inflammation primarily causes age-related muscular strength reduction. It quietly destroys your muscular fibers, complicating movements and increasing injury risks. This doesn't happen immediately. It builds across years, making routine activities progressively harder. Sweet potatoes contain anti-inflammatory compound richness that battles this hidden enemy. They possess beta-carotene, which decreases bodily oxidative stress. Oxidative stress accelerates cellular aging, harming muscles, joints, and tissues. The more effectively you combat it, the better your musculature performs. Don't forget potassium, among appendage strength's most underestimated nutrients. Potassium significantly influences muscular contractions, nerve operations, and hydration. Low potassium levels generate cramping, weakness, and elevated fall risks. Sweet potatoes provide excellent potassium sources, helping your musculature stay strong, coordinated, and reactive. Here's undisclosed information. Your digestive wellness directly connects to your muscular strength. When your gut doesn't absorb nutrients properly, your musculature doesn't obtain necessary fuel. Sweet potatoes contain fiber richness, supporting digestive wellness by encouraging good digestion and improved nutrient absorption. Healthier digestion means your physiology more efficiently uses proteins, vitamins, and minerals to maintain muscular strength. How do you incorporate sweet potatoes regularly into your nutrition? It's easier than anticipated. Roast them, mash them, or transform them into fries. Include them in salads, soups, or smoothies. They're naturally sweet, versatile, and complement almost everything. Unlike processed carbohydrates, they won't cause heavy or sluggish feelings after consumption. When you want to continue moving, climbing, and standing powerfully into your advanced years, incorporating sweet potatoes into your nutrition represents one of the simplest and most potent modifications you can implement. Strong appendages aren't exclusively about exercise. They concern fueling your physiology with proper nutrients so your musculature can support you for years forward. Second option, oats. Most perceive them as nothing beyond a tasteless breakfast choice. But what if I informed you that these small grains could be the hidden weapon for stronger, more resilient appendages? As we age, among the initial things we observe is how rapidly our appendages tire out. Walking upstairs feels harder, standing for extended periods becomes exhausting, and worst of all, muscular weakness begins creeping in, making simple movements feel like battles. But why does this happen? It's not exclusively about aging. It's about what we fuel our musculature with. Your appendages need energy to continue moving. Not any energy, but sustained, steady fuel that maintains you going without the crash. This is where oats shine. Unlike refined grains that spike your blood glucose and leave you drained, oats have a low glycemic index. This means they release energy slowly, keeping you active and preventing sudden fatigue. Ever notice that sluggish, drained feeling in the afternoon? That's because most people rely on processed foods that burn out quickly, leaving them running on empty. Oats, conversely, maintain your energy levels stable, ensuring your musculature doesn't give out when you need them most. But the benefits don't stop at energy. Your appendages are composed of powerful muscles that need protein to stay strong. Over time, if you're not consuming enough protein, those muscles shrink, leading to weakness, instability, and balance issues. Oats provide plant-based protein, helping to rebuild and maintain muscular fibers. It might not be identical to steak or eggs, but it plays a crucial role in keeping your appendages strong. Now let's discuss something most people overlook. Circulation. Your appendages rely on a constant flow of oxygen-rich blood to stay strong and mobile. Poor circulation means weaker muscles, slow recovery, and an increased risk of cramps and fatigue. That's where oats contribute. Oats are rich in iron, an essential mineral that helps transport oxygen throughout the physiology. If you've ever felt lightheaded, weak, or noticed that your appendages tire out faster than usual, a lack of iron could be the culprit. Without enough iron, your musculature doesn't get the oxygen they need, making them feel sluggish and drained. And then there's magnesium, a game changer for appendage health. Magnesium plays a key role in muscular function, preventing cramps, spasms, and that unbearable heavy feeling in your appendages. If you've ever awakened in the middle of the night with a painful appendage cramp, chances are your physiology is begging for more magnesium. Oats are an easy and natural way to ensure your musculature stays relaxed and cramp-free. But here's the real secret. Oats are incredibly versatile. You don't have to eat the same boring bowl of oatmeal every morning. You can add them to smoothies for an energy boost, sprinkle them on yogurt with berries for a delicious snack, or even bake them into homemade protein bars for an easy muscle-fueling treat. The truth is, most people overlook simple solutions. They search for complicated answers when, in reality, strength, endurance, and mobility all come down to proper nourishment. And oats provide exactly what your appendages need to stay strong, energized, and pain-free. Don't underestimate the power of this simple grain. If you're serious about keeping your appendages moving with ease, it's time to start making oats a daily habit. Third option. Avocado. Most people think of them as just a trendy superfood. But what if I told you that this creamy green fruit holds the secret to stronger, more flexible, and pain-free appendages? When we talk about building and maintaining appendage strength, most people immediately think of protein. And yes, protein is important, but it's only part of the equation. The truth is, your musculature doesn't just need protein. They need something even more overlooked: healthy fats. And avocados are one of the best sources of muscle-supporting fats on the planet. Let's start with inflammation. As we age, inflammation becomes a silent enemy. You might not even notice it at first: a little stiffness in the morning, a dull ache after walking too long. But over time, that inflammation builds up, making movement harder and more painful. This is where monounsaturated fats found in avocados become essential. Unlike unhealthy fats that contribute to inflammation, these healthy fats actively reduce it. They work to keep your joints flexible, your musculature relaxed, and your appendages free from chronic pain. That means less stiffness, less discomfort, and more freedom to move the way you want. But that's not all. Every movement your appendages make, whether it's standing, walking, or running, is controlled by one crucial element: muscular contractions. And these contractions depend on a mineral that most people don't get enough of: potassium. Avocados are one of the richest sources of potassium, even more than bananas. Why is this important? Potassium is responsible for maintaining muscular function and preventing cramps. If you've ever felt your appendages suddenly tighten up, if you've awakened in the middle of the night with painful muscular spasms, or if your appendages often feel weak after minimal effort, low potassium could be the reason. Without enough potassium, your musculature can't contract properly, leading to instability, weakness, and even balance problems. That's why avocados are a game changer. They help regulate these contractions, ensuring that every step you take feels stable and strong. Now let's talk about something even more critical: muscular protection. As we get older, our musculature doesn't just weaken, they become more vulnerable to damage. Small tears and oxidative stress can make recovery slower, leading to long-term muscular loss. But there's a powerful nutrient that fights against this: vitamin E. Vitamin E is an antioxidant that shields your musculature from damage. It works to repair muscular fibers, speed up recovery, and prevent long-term deterioration. Think about it this way: your musculature goes through wear and tear every single day. Whether you're walking, exercising, or even just standing for long periods, they take on stress. Vitamin E helps counteract that stress, keeping your appendages resilient over time. And here's the best part: avocados don't just help your musculature and joints, they also improve circulation. Good circulation is the key to delivering oxygen and nutrients to your appendage musculature, keeping them energized and preventing fatigue. The healthy fats in avocados support heart health, ensuring that your blood flows smoothly and efficiently. That means more endurance, less heaviness, and better overall appendage strength. So how do you add more avocados to your nutrition? It's easier than you think. Add slices to your morning toast. Blend them into smoothies for a creamy, nutrient-packed boost. Mash them into guacamole, or use them as a spread instead of butter. You can even mix them into salads, or eat them straight with a little salt and pepper. The key is consistency. Eating one avocado once a month won't make a difference, but making it a regular part of your meals, that's when you'll start feeling the real benefits. Stronger musculature, more flexibility, less pain, and the ability to move through life with confidence. If you want appendages that stay powerful, balanced, and pain-free as you age, don't ignore this simple yet powerful food. Fourth option: berries. Aging is inevitable, but losing strength? That's optional. Every single day, your musculature is under attack. Not from something you can see, but from something just as dangerous: oxidative stress. This silent force weakens musculature, damages joints, and speeds up aging. You feel it as stiffness, lingering soreness, or that frustrating loss of strength over time. But here's the good news. You can fight back. And one of the most powerful weapons? Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These aren't just delicious. They're muscle-protecting superfoods. Here's why. Berries are packed with antioxidants, your physiology's best defense against muscular deterioration. Every day, your physiology produces free radicals. These unstable molecules damage muscular cells, causing weakness, fatigue, and slow recovery. When you were younger, your physiology could fight them off, but as you age, your defense weakens unless you give it the right support. That's where berries come in. Their antioxidants neutralize free radicals, shielding your musculature from damage, speeding up recovery, and keeping your appendages strong for longer. But that's just the beginning. One of the biggest threats to appendage strength isn't muscular loss, it's inflammation. Chronic inflammation silently eats away at mobility. It makes every step harder, every movement stiffer, and every joint more painful. And over time, it can lead to arthritis and long-term muscular loss. Berries are one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods. They contain compounds that actively reduce inflammation, easing joint pain, improving flexibility, and keeping your appendages moving smoothly. And there's more. Most people think of vitamin C as just an immunity booster, but it's actually crucial for muscular and joint health. Why? Because vitamin C fuels collagen production. Collagen is the foundation of your musculature, tendons, and joints. It keeps them strong, flexible, and resilient. But as you age, your physiology produces less collagen. That's why musculature loses their firmness, joints feel stiff, and recovery slows down. Berries help restore that balance. They boost collagen production, keeping your musculature firm, your joints smooth, and your appendages resilient. Now let's talk about how to get the most out of berries. Eating them once in a while won't change much, but making them a daily habit, that's where the real benefits kick in. Start with breakfast. Toss some blueberries into your oatmeal or yogurt. Blend them into a smoothie for a powerful muscle-fueling drink. Eat them fresh as a snack, or make a berry compote. Just simmer them with a little water for a naturally sweet topping. The key is consistency. The more often you eat them, the more protection you give your musculature and joints. And here's a bonus. Berries don't just strengthen your physiology, they sharpen your mind. Studies show that the antioxidants in berries improve memory, focus, and brain function. So while they're keeping your appendages strong, they're also keeping your mind sharp. Berries fight oxidative stress, preventing muscular weakness. They reduce inflammation, easing joint pain. They boost collagen production, keeping musculature and joints strong. They improve circulation, ensuring your appendages get the nutrients they need. And they enhance brain function, keeping you sharp as you age. All from one simple, natural food. So if you're serious about staying strong, mobile, and pain-free, don't overlook berries. Because the strongest appendages don't just come from exercise, they come from the right nutrition. And berries are one of the best ways to fuel your physiology for the years ahead. Start today. Your future self will thank you. Fifth option. Salmon. What if I told you there's a food that could help you build muscular strength, reduce pain, and keep your appendages strong for years to come? That's exactly what salmon does. It's not just any protein. It's one of the highest quality sources your physiology can get. And as you age, your musculature needs more of it. Every step you take, every movement you make, your musculature is constantly breaking down and rebuilding. But here's the problem. As you get older, your physiology's ability to repair muscular tissue slows down. Your appendages start feeling weaker, climbing stairs becomes harder, and even standing up after sitting for a while feels like a struggle. And most people don't even realize it's happening until one day their strength just isn't what it used to be. That's where salmon comes in. It's packed with protein, giving your musculature the raw materials they need to stay strong and active. Every bite helps rebuild muscular fibers, keeping your appendages firm and resilient. But salmon isn't just about protein. It's also one of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids. And these healthy fats do something incredible for your musculature. As you age, inflammation builds up in your musculature and joints. That's why so many people feel stiffness in their knees, soreness in their appendages, or even sharp pain when they move. But omega-3s fight inflammation at its source, keeping your musculature flexible, your joints pain-free, and your appendages moving smoothly. And that's not all. Omega-3s improve blood flow, ensuring your musculature gets the oxygen and nutrients they need to perform at their best. When circulation is poor, your appendages feel heavy, tired, and sluggish. But with better blood flow, they stay energized and strong. And here's something most people don't know. Omega-3s also enhance nerve function. Ever feel like your appendages don't move as quickly as they used to? Like your reflexes aren't as sharp? That's because nerve signals slow down over time. But omega-3s keep those connections strong, helping your appendages respond faster and move with ease. Salmon is also loaded with B vitamins, especially B12. And here's why that matters. B vitamins fuel your physiology's energy production. Without them, your musculature doesn't get the power they need to function. That's why people who don't get enough B12 often feel tired, sluggish, and weak. But salmon restores that energy, giving your appendages the stamina to walk longer, climb higher, and move effortlessly. You can't have strong appendages without a strong heart, and salmon helps with that too. The omega-3s in salmon lower bad cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, and keep your arteries clear. That means better circulation, better oxygen delivery, and better endurance. Because here's the truth. Weak circulation leads to weak musculature. Your appendages rely on a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood. If your heart isn't pumping efficiently, your musculature won't get the nutrients they need, and they'll start to weaken. But when your heart is strong, your appendages stay strong. The best part? You don't need to eat salmon every day to see the benefits. Just 2 to 3 servings a week can make a huge difference. Try grilling it, baking it, or adding it to salads. Want a quick, easy meal? Salmon with roasted vegetables and a side of quinoa is packed with muscle-boosting nutrients. Prefer something lighter? Salmon in a fresh salad with avocado and leafy greens gives you everything your appendages need in one meal. And if you're in a rush, canned salmon is just as powerful. Just mix it with some lemon juice, olive oil, and spices for a quick protein boost. If you want to keep walking, climbing, and moving with confidence, salmon is one of the best foods you can eat. It rebuilds musculature, reduces inflammation, improves blood flow, enhances nerve function, and strengthens your heart. Every bite fuels your musculature. Every meal brings you closer to a stronger, healthier, more active physiology. So don't wait until your appendages feel weak. Start eating salmon now and keep your strength for years to come. Sixth option, eggs. There's a reason why athletes, bodybuilders, and even doctors swear by eggs. It's not just because they're affordable and easy to cook. It's because they are one of the most complete sources of nutrition for muscular strength, energy, and recovery. And when it comes to keeping your appendages strong, stable, and pain-free as you age, eggs are a true powerhouse. Here's why. First, eggs contain complete protein. That means they have all 9 essential amino acids, the building blocks your physiology needs to repair and rebuild muscular tissue. As you get older, your musculature naturally loses mass. You might notice your appendages feeling weaker, your balance becoming unsteady, or simple activities like climbing stairs getting harder. That's because your physiology isn't repairing muscular tissue as efficiently as it used to. But when you eat high-quality protein like eggs, you're giving your physiology the exact nutrients it needs to slow down that muscular loss and even build strength back. And that's just the beginning. Eggs are also packed with vitamin D. And here's why that's critical. Vitamin D isn't just for bones. It's essential for muscular strength too. In fact, studies have shown that low vitamin D levels are directly linked to weak musculature, poor coordination, and increased risk of falls. And the scary part? Most people are deficient in vitamin D without even realizing it. That's why older adults who don't get enough vitamin D often struggle with fatigue, muscular weakness, and joint pain. But eggs naturally contain this powerful vitamin, ensuring your bones stay strong, your musculature stays active, and your appendages keep moving with ease. And there's something else inside eggs that most people don't even know about: choline. It's not a well-known nutrient, but it plays a huge role in keeping your appendages strong and responsive. Why? Because choline directly supports nerve-muscular communication. That means every time you take a step, lift your appendage, or even just shift your weight, your physiology is sending signals through your nervous system to control those movements. As you age, these signals can slow down. You might notice that your appendages don't react as quickly, your balance feels off, or you feel unsteady when walking on uneven surfaces. But choline keeps these connections sharp, ensuring your nerves and musculature work together efficiently, so you stay stable, coordinated, and strong. And let's not forget, eggs are also rich in healthy fats, B vitamins, and antioxidants, all of which support energy production, reduce inflammation, and protect muscular cells from damage. So what's the best way to add eggs to your nutrition? You don't need to eat a dozen a day. Just 1 or 2 eggs daily can make a huge difference in your appendage strength and mobility. Scramble them, boil them, make an omelet with vegetables, or even blend them into a protein-packed smoothie. The important thing is consistency, because the more you nourish your musculature now, the stronger they'll be in the years to come. If you want to keep walking with confidence, prevent muscular loss, and stay independent for as long as possible, don't overlook eggs. They're one of the simplest, most affordable, and most powerful foods you can add to your nutrition. And the best part? They don't just strengthen your appendages. They energize your entire physiology, sharpen your mind, and fuel your day with lasting energy. So the next time you're planning a meal, remember this: adding eggs to your nutrition is one of the easiest ways to take control of your strength, mobility, and long-term health. Final summary: your appendages are your foundation, and when they weaken, everything else follows. But you're not powerless. By adding these 6 foods to your nutrition, you're giving your musculature exactly what they need to stay strong, stable, and full of energy. And that means more movement, more independence, and more life. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these foods do you already eat, and which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. If you found this presentation helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a life-changing health tip. And if you're curious about more powerful foods that fight aging, check out our next presentation. Stay strong, stay healthy, and keep moving.